So in 1947, on a ranch just north of Roswell, New Mexico, a rancher named Mac Brazel stumbles upon something from out of this world, literally. So he stumbled upon a crashed UFO, and this led to what is known as the famous Roswell incident. So let me tell you about it. June 14th, 1947, rancher Mac Brazel finds a crashed UFO on his ranch just north of Roswell. He picks up some of the debris and he takes it home. On July 7th, he takes some of the pieces to the local sheriff, George Wilcox. Wilcox then contacts Colonel Butch Blanchard at the U.S. military base. This place is called the Roswell Army Airfield. It was home to the 509th Bombardment Group. These were people who were dropping atomic bombs at the end of World War II. Blanchard then alerts his superior, who was General Roger W. Ramey. He also orders his intelligence officer, Major Jesse Marcel, to assess the situation. He sends him to the crash site and tells him to assess the situation and recover the pieces. So on July 8th, they tell Lieutenant Walker Hout, which is their public information officer, to release to the public that they recovered a quote-unquote flying saucer. So the Roswell Daily Records runs this headline on their front page. RAAF captures flying saucer on a ranch in Roswell region. They don't provide many details on this report except for that they've recovered a UFO. But that same day, the U.S. Air Force ends up changing their story. U.S. Air Force General Roger W. Ramsey orders for the crash remains to be brought to him in Fort Worth, Texas, for inspection. So they're taken all the way to Texas for an inspection. He inspects them and releases to the public that the pieces are just pieces of a weather balloon. A photo is then taken in Ramey's office of Intelligence Officer Marcel, and the crash remains, or the crash materials that he identified. A cover-up? I think so. You could tell they staged this photo. They put the weather balloon in the office and they called Marcel here and they tricked him and took the picture. Look at the photo. Look at his face. Like, what the fuck? This isn't what I found. On July 9th, 1947, the Roswell Daily Record releases another article. This one had a headline saying, "Harassed rancher who located saucer is sorry that he told about it." He was obviously being harassed. Anyway, rancher Mac Brazel stated in the article that the material was rubber strips, tin foil, a rather rough paper, and sticks. So with the U.S. Army's story about a weather balloon and the rancher corroborating that story, the Roswell incident is forgotten for a while. Then in 1978, a UFO researcher by the name of Stanton Friedman interviewed Major Jesse Marcel, who was by then retired, and he stated that he still believes the wreckage was definitely not a weather balloon. Here's a quote by him. "It was not anything from this earth, that I'm quite sure of. Being an intelligence officer, I was familiar with just about all materials used in aircraft and or air travel. This was nothing like that. It could not have been. It felt like you had nothing in your hands. It wasn't any thicker than the foil out of a pack of cigarettes. But the thing about it that got me is that you couldn't even bend it. You couldn't even dent it. Even a sledgehammer would bounce off of it. I knew that I had never seen anything like that before." And since then, the Roswell incident has been the most infamous UFO case of all time. So now Roswell is the most infamous UFO destination. The town is themed with aliens, from its street lights to its McDonald's to the stranded alien on Highway 285 looking for a jump start. Some people even say they recovered aliens from the crash site. So what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. This is Tragedy. Thank you for watching. I'm out.